the questions down. Hello, everybody. Welcome.
Aloha.
Aloha, Jonathan. Now, can Jonathan explain to me now? Does aloha? I know aloha means like something similar to like namaste, I honor, or am I wrong? What does aloha actually?
Aloha is there's a lot of layers to peel there.
But it's a
Aloha means I love you. Aloha is hello.
oh,
Aloha is goodbye.
okay.
Aloha is also the breath of life in me honors the breath of
Breath
life
of
in me.
life in you.
So aloha, right? Ha is the breath of life, right? Aloha is like I honor the breath
I
of
love
life.
that. Beautiful. So, okay, aloha, my friend. It's been a while since Jonathan's been on my channel. It's great to have you back.
Thank
Jonathan
you.
actually joined me. It was either last year or the year before for one of my
I think it
Crystal
was
Vision segments.
2 years ago.
I don't know if
Was it
it's
two
that.
years ago?
I don't
I
know
can't
because I know I
remember.
didn't do anything. Who knows? After with COVID and then with after the last couple of years with people trying to catch up, sometimes it's a bit of a blur.
Right.
It really is. And I just celebrated my 2 year channel anniversary. So but no, we had a wonderful time. Excuse me, Jonathan. I had some coffee people before. And Jonathan's been having his mushroom drink. Now, is that a tea
Yes.
or a coffee?
Like,
It's a
no,
coffee.
I used to love coffee. I mean, I grew up on coffee, half
Mm.
growing up in Costa Rica. So, I mean,
Mm.
Costa Rica, they mix like some coffee in the milk for the bottles for the babies. I mean, they grow up on coffee,
Yeah.
literally. And so, like, my mom wouldn't let me get it until I was at least a teenager.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
I grew up on coffee, and I've been having so many digestive problems the last like decade that like it finally had to be cut out of my diet. So
Yeah.
now
Same
I
here.
thankfully found this replacement, right? Not that I'm being paid for this or anything, but
Nope.
yeah. Malama mushrooms. It's the 8 mushroom cacao mix. So it's 8 mushrooms with raw cacao and Ceylon cinnamon, which is supposed to be really good for the heart. Um,
Ooh.
yeah. And the 8 mushrooms are, let's see, reishi, lion's mane, chaga, cordyceps, shiitake, tremella, mitake, and turkey tail. So it's all mushrooms that are good for the brain, the body, the nervous system, digestive system, all of it.
Okay.
Aloha, JR.
I'm having issues with StreamYard. It's not. I commented to JR while you were sharing your mushrooms, but it's not coming up. This is weird. Yes, I
I will
did.
open up it on my phone, I
You
guess.
see, all of a sudden now it's not showing up on my StreamYard. I've been having issues with StreamYard, and I don't
Really?
know what's going on. I
I haven't been doing YouTube. 2023 was just like a year where I just shut down. Like it was definitely a tower year for me. Like,
yeah. Well, we all go through those.
right. So I mean, it started with the passing of my dad, who was estranged already, and then I got COVID for the second time, which caused all these health issues. And right when I was getting over COVID was the crazy fires here. It just was like
That was
nonstop,
yeah.
nonstop all year. And I'm just like, I can't handle anything else right now.
Last year I
So,
went through a lot of changes too, and okay, so it's not showing. StreamYard is not showing.
oh, yeah, we lost Heather, but hopefully she will be back in a moment. Um, I'm on the chat. Oh wait, there she is. Hi.
And now the chats work. I mean, okay, this is
Aloha, JR, Coyote,
hello everybody. Yeah, I got some
Beth,
freaking
Jane,
shit going on. Just being
Silent
myself.
Victory.
Hello,
Aloha, everyone.
Coyote, Beth, Jane, Silent Victory, Patrice, Elizer. Welcome. I'm sorry if I
Oh,
pronounced
Patrice,
your name.
aloha.
So I apologize.
Hi.
Hello,
Thanks for coming.
Saskia. Hello. It's
Aloha,
good to see
Saskia.
you. Okay, boy. Okay, let me get caught up with the me's.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, the me's are starting already. Okay.
so I know I had a lot of personal things, relationships that were very close and dear to me, um, ended. Um, and that was very heartbreaking. At one point, I was ready to just fold it in. I had enough with
Hmm.
I was tired of some of the games some of the things and stuff
So
that were going
that's
on.
never fun when you find out that a lot of it is just games and not true.
And so I really was just like, but then I just accidentally put a person out on timer. Isadora.
Uh-oh.
Can somebody who is a moderator, because this is the thing, the chat is like jerky. It's jumping and then it stops.
Well, since she was timed out, you just have to wait for, what is it?
No, it says here I
300
banned her.
seconds. Oh, you banned her?
Yeah.
I'm looking here on the chat, and it looks like she was just timed out.
On my screen, it says I banned her. Oh, goodness.
Oh, no.
Oh, Isadora.
Oops.
Talking about tower moments.
Right. Oh, my goodness.
Well, I see if I can fix this. Jonathan, why don't you share with everybody everything that's new with you? I know you had a QR code. You have a sale going on, you said.
Oh, yeah. So those of you who have been interested in purchasing a wearable crystal grid for me, I am currently doing a 30% off, specifically for everyone here, right? And it also works on the little book of spreads I have on there. I only have 2 things on my Etsy store. I'm not really focused on that. But here's my QR code for, well, it's my Etsy, it's YouTube, it's Instagram, my Venmo, PayPal, email, all of it. And that is my number. So
there you go, people. You got it right here. And yeah, it's weird. On my StreamYard, it's saying I banned her. And in my on my phone, it says that I timed her out. So
right, I just see a timeout. I don't see a ban.
So it might be something to do with my StreamYard on my iPad.
It might be StreamYard. Yeah.
I've been having issues. So people, I love you all. I know you're not trolls. So if something happens, that's just StreamYard being silly. And JR says, I got a tower card and I'm still freaking out about it. And Beth also shared that she was having tower moments too. 2023 was a tower year too for her, Jonathan, she said. So yeah, a lot of
I'm not surprised we share a birthday.
Things here at my place that people know about. It just kept going. It's been building and building. And so hopefully this year in 2024, we will find the perfect place for ourselves. So that's something to be hopeful for moving forward in the new year. And for people who may not know I think most people know who you are, but I still want to see it for myself because I love them. Your skull crystal grids that you make, that you wear. You're wearing one. Let me take the thing down here right now.
Yeah, let me take it off
so people can
bring
see
it closer. I wear this necklace often when I'm doing readings.
And then you make them also personalize them.
Right. So I either do it in a way where it's a specific thing you're looking for. Like I've built necklaces specifically for working with ancestors. I've built necklaces to help people find inner peace. And for people who don't know like exactly what they want out of the necklace, often I will just ask them.
Is that Larimar?
Yeah. Not actually, that's blue lace agate.
Blue lace agate, okay. Wow, how beautiful.
These little ones are Larimar. No, I know I put some Larimar in here somewhere.
Oh, you got it. That's like the Lemuria stone. That's the Atlantis stone. That's the whole, pre-culture. And for me, it feels like what's left of Hawaii, the islands are remnants of what Lemuria or, the land of Mu was for me. At least that's my vibe off it. And yes, JR.
Yes, they are for sale on my Etsy. You can use this QR code to find Etsy, my YouTube, and all the links.
And custom makes them as well too. So.
And don't forget, I am doing a special right now, 30% off with the word aloha.
There you go. I know Nancy, a Crohn's Intuition. She was wearing hers, I believe, last night when she did my show. She has one that Jonathan made for her. So very beautiful. Very nice. And
She
so,
sometimes sleeps in it.
huh?
She's told me she sometimes sleeps in
sleeps
it.
in it.
It
Yep,
flows the
I've done that.
energy.
So Jonathan and I
Actually, I've made them for many people in the community. Now that I think about it,
you do what?
I've made them for many people in the
Yes.
community. Yeah,
I know one of these days I have to get one. It might be something other than a human skull, but
I have a goddess figures too.
ooh,
Yeah.
goddess figures.
I
Any
did
wildcats,
a
daggers?
strawberry quartz goddess necklace for a client. Yeah.
Yeah, that
And I've
one that I
done.
wore.
I had one where instead of a skull, it was a tiger's eye Kuan Yin head. So.
Thank you, Beth.
Oh, thank you, Beth. Yeah.
And the only information I found in your and I didn't hear back from you, was your Linktree. So if people click on that link that I put in the description, it said Linktree, that will be able to take you to your stores and your
Yeah, sorry I didn't get you that.
Okay.
My brain, ever since August, I've had crazy, weird long COVID things going on. So
yeah, COVID
my
will do
brain
that.
Doesn't work quite right anymore. I forget things constantly.
Me too. For me, it's menopause.
I picked up an extra beat between heartbeats in my heart. So,
wow.
Yeah, I now have, what is it called? PVC, premature ventricular contractions. So, yeah, I get a little.
Sending Jonathan all that love and healing energy. Just wrap Jonathan all in that, and just nice little cocoon of loving, gentle, protective energy. So, all to you, Jonathan. All to you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Aloha, Fatima.
Hello, Fatima. And so Jonathan and I were talking about this past week what we wanted to discuss on the show and kind of do our readings on. And for me, because Jonathan wanted to reflect on the winter, and at this time of year, when it's the most cold, the most snow, and we're really stuck inside, is that we can take this time to do a lot of self-reflection. And for me, I was just like, the first card, I was even going to try to think about a card, but the Hermit jumped into my mind. And the Hermit, it's all about shining that light for ourselves, or asking our higher self or our guides to start shining that light during this darkness, especially now, because we're moving towards Imbolc, which is the pagan celebration of basically Brigitte, the goddess of triple flame,
the return of the light.
Right? The return of the light. And so we want to discuss and share our Hermit cards, and share any thoughts about how we reflect what we do, any insights that we might share with one another, and if anybody had anything they wanted to share as well. Just a very open and organic conversation about the spiritual shift and changes that we go through this time of year, and to carry us through for the rest of the year. And I've already starred the people who I have seen, and for those coming in,
me. Don't forget to write me if you'd like a reading.
Large me. And this is what Jonathan and I are going to be reading on. These are the 2 questions, and that's what the me will get you. So let me just take this down really quick. And
so we both immediately thought of this deck here, the Star Tarot, because there's the Hermit, but if you just think of the Hermit in almost any deck, almost all of them are very wintry feeling, right? I have one other example. I didn't grab a lot. I just have 2 decks right now, but one of my favorite decks right now is the Soul Sparkle. I don't know if you can see that. It's very...
those are Miss Tarot D colors.
Yeah. So this was a Kickstarter, but you can find it on Etsy. It was the Wheel of Fortune who put it out. And so these are the backs. Woo! That's beautiful. But this Hermit is also a very wintry scene, right? Like heading home in the dark because there's not a lot of light in winter. And one of the things for me, but especially with the Hermit and winter, is like wintertime is that time to go inwards, just like the Hermit goes inwards. So
Beth said
totally, Beth.
And then she also wanted to know what that deck was again.
This is the Soul Sparkle Tarot. I'm trying to... There we go.
Ooh, Soul Sparkle. I like that.
Yeah. And this is, I don't know. I got it because I'm a little bit of a crow, ravens, or corvid, so like blingy things always attract me. I guess that's part of my dragonhood too. But yeah, I just fell in love with this deck. I mean, the cards are just gorgeous, and there's
I love the purples and magentas. Yes.
and the colors are, Four of Swords. There's another wintry card, right?
Hello, Nancy.
Hi, Nancy.
We were just talking about you a little while ago. All good.
Yeah. Oh, look at that sun card. So I mean, it's very RWS, but it's just I love the shininess of it. And
it's very bling.
Bling, yeah. Hologram.
Bling, yes. And Nancy, we were just talking about how because Jonathan was sharing his skull necklace, his crystal grids, and I mentioned that you had one made for you. So, and Jonathan's got a sale going on.
No. Use Aloha, all caps. No.
There we go. And for me, I told I wanted to share a couple of my hermits, and yes, that's the hermit card. And what's hard to see is that she's got, you can't really see them on our screen, but there's stars and there's spirals within this window, which represents a portal. And it's kind of hard to see the lightning, but that lightning is almost kind of like a tower card too, because you got that lightning coming in and might give that mountain a little bit of a rumble and kind of start, okay, so let's start shaking things up a little bit. Let's start focusing. And
like a moment of enlightenment.
Yes. And another hermit I want to share was from my Cyril Marchetti deck from the muted, the Mystic Palette muted edition. And I just love the lines, the gentleness, just absolutely beautiful. And you had mentioned, the crows and the ravens. I had to bring out my I think I only have maybe 2 decks that has a female as a hermit. The one is the Muse Tarot. I can't remember what it looks like, but this one for me is very cool because it's very not winter. But yep, there's her crow, there's her familiar, there's her staff, and that beautiful. For me, I love the red light because it kind of moves into the in bulk because it's that.
What deck is that again?
This is the Tarot Dailey.
Oh, okay. I don't have that one.
Or Newt, depending on how it's pronounced. And I just love, that fiery magenta red, getting those creative juices, that sacral, get that energy up and working. So, yes, very much so. And I brought a few oracles. And she says, I treasure my beautiful necklace, she said.
Oh, thank you, Nancy.
Anything else you wanted to add? I guess I didn't
mention how I make the necklaces, did I? So one of the ways that I work with the necklaces, it's not just making a necklace. Yeah. So what I do is I pull out the crystals that I think are perfect for the necklace. I don't always use them all, but I have them all laid out in front of me. And then I ask the person's guides to come in and help me make the necklace. And then I just start weaving, and an hour later I have a necklace, and I'll go, oh. And then I take it out and do the Maui sun to blast any energy that's still lingering in there out. And then I put it on my salt lamp for an earth bath. So a sun bath, earth bath. And then the final bath is the moon bath, which is usually full moon or new moon, depending on what the person wants. And I usually do that inside a crystal grid made with crystals and crystal skulls.
And this Thursday, I believe it's Thursday, is the full moon.
Yep.
So we definitely have a full moon. So everyone get your crystals out to the moonlight if possible. Let's get them cleansed. And let me make sure I didn't miss any comments that I wanted to star. No, right now we have 6. Okay. If you want to, where's my, okay, behave, StreamYard. And JR said, that's so beautiful. It is.
Oh, thank you.
So if you go over to his Etsy store and take a look, you'll see all the beautiful pieces that he is. And Nancy says the energy is amazing. Yes. So this is going to be our themed question for today. Let's see if this, I was going to say I could put that on a ticker, but then that'd be kind of confusing trying to read. So I'm just going to leave it there. And so until we start reading, but the first person we have up is Aspasia. Hello, Beth.
Nice.
JR, why don't you go ahead and email Jonathan?
Mm-hmm. The QR code will also take you to my email. So
there you go. Wonderful.
Pull it up one more time, right?
Sure, go right ahead. JR, this is the QR code.
There's the QR code for my Linktree.
Okay, I add you too, Nancy. Gotcha. Alrighty, because it's still morning time in Jonathan's world.
It's 10:22.
And here it's going on it's almost 3:30 here. So Beth is first. So the first question is, now I know that some readers, one takes one question. Oh, come on. Where did it go? Okay. So do you want to do 2 cards, 1 4, or do you want me to do one and then you do the other? How would you like to do this, Jonathan?
I'm open. I mean, if you want to do answer one question and answer the next, that's fine too. Or if you just want to like pull cards and just say what you got.
Yeah, I'll pull what needs to be shed this winter. I'll pull 1 card for that, and then you can pull the other one, and then we can switch back and forth if you want.
Yeah.
Okay. Something a little different. I like that. And JR said, "Thank you. You're welcome." So, Beth, what needs to be shed this winter? What deck do I want to use for you, my dear? Oh boy, here I'm getting called to the Path of Light Tarot, or the Path of Light Oracle. Excuse me. This is beautiful. Ooh. Okay. So Beth, work without attachment. So for me, the card, I have the book, but I want to go intuitively on this. So work without attachment is letting go of preconceived ideas of how something is to play out. Like whether it's, I'm feeling this is more like on a creative, personal, we get an idea of something that we want, whether, for me, like an example would be a piece of art. And I'm like, this is how I want to do it. But then by the time I'm done, it may not look at anything that I had. And you have kind of like released the attachment to an outcome. So this winter, anything maybe in the past year or things that you have been processing through, it's time to let it go, to kind of, as you're moving forward, just release any attachments to anything that you wish had been this way or had turned out that way or had done differently. This is a fresh start. There's the beautiful lamp light, the candle light coming into the new year, into Imbolc. And it's just time to release that. Look at that beautiful horizon and just follow that light right into the clouds, into the horizon, and just move forward. And I'll give you over to Jonathan for what you will discover about yourself when you do that.
Well, when you're following that light, I got the 4 of Cups here. So this is a very different 4 of Cups. This is more about introspection, getting in touch with that inner light, making sure that your chakras are aligned, everything's in harmony, everything's balanced. And I feel like winter time is a perfect time to start meditation. Right? You got nothing better to do when you're stuck in the house. So it's the perfect time to practice meditation. You got all the time, right? So it's all about that internal lotus, right? Finding the internal lotus that is your soul and letting it blossom, so you realize that light you're following is that own light, your own light. And I pulled a oracle card to go with it, which is interesting because it goes perfectly with it, and that is the divine self, right? Intuition, balance, connection, spirit. And you're being asked to work with sacral chakra and really focus on getting that feeling of being okay, right? You're okay wherever you are because there you are, right? Wherever you go, there you are.
There you are.
Right? You can't escape yourself, right? So,
No.
that card is from the Angels and Auras Oracle by Radley Bound.
Yeah, Jade said that was a beautiful card. Beth said that I'm a double Capricorn, so I always go to the end before the process. And she said, I'm teaching yoga again. Very good. So I'm feeling more aligned. And there's that alignment that you have with, and I've been thinking about meditating. Very nice.
Meditate. Find that inner light. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that color orange is very important for that. So find some image or orange candle, something orange in front of you. Mm-hmm.
To see what she wrote.
Yeah. Thank you, Beth.
We have. It's good to have you back. So up next is, let me just take Beth off of there, and we have JR, and you're in the perfect position to be the first question.
Shed.
Self-discovery. I'm going to, let's see what deck.
It's funny. Last few times I've been reading the Star Tarot, just like won't let me use anything else.
Whoa. Okay. Wow.
You got a jumper.
I had a jumper. So I'm going to put
that. What needs to be shed this winter? Oh, you're so welcome, Beth. Okay. So I got, I'm pulling from the same two decks again. And what needs to be shed this winter? I get the Ace of Swords with Point of View, right? So I'm seeing this as what needs to be shed for you is using your point of view as a weapon, okay? Your point of view right now is either you're losing or you're winning, right? And that's not always the case. It's not always about winning or losing, right? This Ace of Swords is all about victory, like finding that victory, right? But it's also the sword of truth. You can't hide from the truth forever. And what you really need to shed is this idea that your idea is always right, okay? Be open to assistance, right? Be open to guidance. Because if you're always sure that you're right, how can anyone help you and guide you? So that's what I'm getting here is stop using your thoughts as a weapon. It's okay to want to win, but don't let that overwhelm your good judgment and your like sense of decency and humanity for others. Okay. So.
Nice, thank you. So, JR, for you, your half of the question is the self-discoveries that will be revealed once you move and you shed this. And what I got for you, let me go back to comments and let me take this down, is I got the Shadow Queen for you. And here again, there's a guiding light, just like the Hermit. And so what you are going to be revealing is, it says here, you're acquiring knowledge. And this kind of goes into with what Jonathan was saying, those thoughts, not weaponizing thoughts. It's you're letting go of the insecurity and manipulation. Insecurity coming from some place of lack, whether it's lack of self-confidence, lack of finances. But for me, it feels more spiritual, feels more personal. And sometimes when we get hurt, we want to take that hurt and use it to hurt others, including ourselves. Sometimes we are the worst that we do to ourselves. So shedding that, getting rid of those thoughts that no longer serve you, you will inquire that knowledge. That will be your guiding light. And the card that I had to go with it for my Marchetti deck is rest. I got the Four of Swords. So this is going to be a time this year of rest, meditating, getting grounded, finding out truly who you are instead of allowing those negative thoughts, really, you will take a break, rest, relax, rejuvenate, regroup your thoughts. And that's what I have for you.
Thank you, JR. And thank you for letting us,
Yes, thank you for letting us read for you. Makes sense. Interesting. So
sometimes I can be my worst enemy.
well,
yeah.
but
Your
the
thought,
thing is, we can't
right?
beat ourselves off about it. Yeah.
Right. It's your thoughts that really are the thing that you need to be careful with, right? Because both of us got swords. That's thoughts, right? Be mindful of your thinking, because you don't have to believe everything you think.
Or you don't have to believe what people tell you. Sometimes if someone is saying something that feels cruel, or it's an opinion of you, it's just basically, I actually had a supervisor years back in my 30s that said, well, I'm going to teach you something. I'm like, what? He goes, it's all about mind over matter. I don't mind and you don't matter. And he goes, so when people say stuff to you that you know that they're doing it to be hurtful, it's just mind over matter.
Well, and when you're thinking something, make sure it's your thought and not something that someone else implanted in there, right? By repeating that thought to you over and over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah, that's where we get caught into that. We really do. So for who did I just pull up here? So for the first question is, what needs to be shed this winter? Let me go back to comments and start. Silent victory. Okay. So silent victory. Where am I getting drawn to you for this? Here. Ooh, my healing waters. But JR, I know I'm touching on this again, but it's human. You know, we go through these emotions. It's the whole process of being here, and it's lessons for us. It's here to teach us, and we just need to make sure that when we get those feelings, we just sit with them for a few moments. We honor and acknowledge the lessons, and then have them move on, and that's how we grow. And will they come back again from time to time? Of course, but that's how we build our resiliency. That's how we build our strength, is being able to do that.
And don't forget to tell that inner critic to shut up once in a while.
Yes. So silent victory, I got 3 cards for you from the Healing Waters Oracle. Jonathan, if I leave it like this, we can still see the cards really well, right?
Yeah.
Is it okay? Fine. Okay, so I think of my own question again. What needs to be shed this winter? Wow. Current dreams, future realities, new beginnings. So new beginnings, boom, right there. Letting anything that no longer did not suit you in the past year, to let that go. This is beautiful. I'm looking at here. I also have what really matters. Reflect and reprioritize. So what we need to release. Dreams that maybe didn't come to fruition that we were hoping did last year, or up to a certain point by now in our lives. Sometimes we have to face future realities that those dreams aren't attainable, or may not be attainable at that time, and to look for, like the old saying, when one door closes, another one opens. And I love that it's the cosmic ocean, so you can always connect in your dreams, connect with your guides, and kind of like maybe dream a new beginning, like a new idea, a new plan coming through, and just put that emotion of excitement, like, oh, something new is about to begin. Let's see where I can go this way. How can I move forward this way? I get the water carrier. What really matters, reflect and report. What is it with that word today? Reprioritize. And so what did not work, reprioritize. Refigure out, connect with your inner self. Again, reflection, the hermit, speaking with our higher selves, with our guides, and sitting in that beautiful reflection, sitting by water, making sure we're also drinking plenty of water. making sure we're healthy, we're eating healthy, because then that also helps us open up our abilities and our connection to our intuition better, and to our guides and to our higher selves. And the last card I have is End Call, which is the veil that some people are born with, that believe precedes a strong psychic ability. And it says here, healer, a seer, a priestess, soul purpose. So I don't know if this is something that you wanted to move forward into doing, or if maybe you didn't quite get to where you were. But this reprioritize. Oh my God, Jonathan, Heather, just stop trying to say the word. Ignore it. So what really matters is getting into yourself, healing yourself. This could be wanting to help heal others, but this winter is the best time for us to go within and to heal ourselves. And when we do that, that's when the veils become thinner. That's when we connect to our higher intuition. And that's where we start to discover what our soul purpose is. And sometimes it doesn't have to be right away. Sometimes it takes a while. And we may have multiple ones. We just don't necessarily have one. And I'm interested to see what Jonathan's going to get to come in to follow this for the upcoming year.
Can I have you hold your first card up?
The Cosmic Ocean?
And then hold it upside down.
Okay.
The Hanged Man.
Oh, wow.
Mm-hmm. So what you're accessing during this time is that ability to pause, reflect, and see things from a new perspective, right?
Mm-hmm.
And by seeing things from a new perspective, as she was saying, you get, as Heather was saying, you get new ideas, right?
There's that sword again. Yep.
Yep. You get new ideas, new thoughts, new ways of thinking, new ways of communicating. Because like this is another very wintry card, right? Five of Pentacles. Mm-hmm. Having these new thoughts helps you break free of this lack, this idea of lack. Because look, he's hanging from the tree there, and then here the tree is in the window, right? Ooh. So that's again about perspective. These people think they're out in the cold, but if they just went around this building, there's a door open for them, right? So that's what this is talking about. Changing that perspective, finding that new idea, seeing things in a whole new light, right? Mm-hmm. So by doing those reflections and releasing all those things, you're able to claim that victory, right? Mm-hmm. Yes.
Exactly.
Silent victory, right? Well, mm-hmm. This is the victory card right here, right? So
beautiful. Thank you, Silent Victory, for letting us read. And those were
actually that's here we go, Silent Victory.
Yeah. When you said Silent Victory, I thought of the song Silent Lucidity. But that too was going within and sitting in within yourself and doing that contemplation. So mm-hmm. and that healing. So yeah, that sword cutting through the veil, yep. Just cutting right through, releasing and allowing what needs to be seen and felt and experienced to come through. So beautiful.
Well, and sometimes that Hanged Man for me is also kind of like taking a step back to see the big picture, because then you really are seeing the true perspective versus like that narrow little world view that you got built up because of everything you've been through.
Okay. So next one up is Coyote, and Jonathan will be doing what needs to be shed this winter and self-discovery. Ooh, I'm going to go for them. It's so cool, interesting and cool that how when you get ready to read for somebody, look over at your cards and it's just like you're not even thinking, just you go for one deck and it's just like right. Me, Self-discoveries that will be revealed for the new year.
We have Jane starred, yes.
She should be. Jane, yes, Jane is after Coyote, and then we have Nancy. Jane, are you in a time constraint? Do you need for us to do next? No, you are next. Duh. Never mind.
Remind me who this is for again?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is for
Coyote. That's right.
Coyote Rosenbaum. So what will be revealed this year once we shed what we need to?
Okay. So what needs to be shed?
Mm-hmm.
Well, first card I get for you is the World. So are you so focused on what's happening in the whole world that you're not paying attention to what's happening in your own little neck of the world? Because I'm feeling like you might need to narrow your perspective a little bit and focus on what good you can do in your neighborhood versus worrying about all the horrible things happening in the world. Because we could drive ourselves insane with that worry. Or we could refocus and focus more on like helping to build a community around us, helping the nature that lives around us. Focus on what you can do in the here and now in where you are located. And if more and more of us do that, then the world will be more pure, more whole, more collective, right? The card that came out with it is actually reversed, and this deck does have reversal messages here. So this is the self-respect and worthiness card. So are you not feeling like you are worthy? Because the key words here for the reverse is insecure, critical, codependent, and indifferent. So I think it's time for you to, I don't know, I want to say it's time to volunteer at a soup kitchen or something where you see people who have it worse off than you, okay? Because then you're not going to be so insecure about your own life. You're not going to be indifferent about what's going on in the world because it's overwhelming, right? So for me, I think this is really just a reminder that, don't expect the world to reflect back at you your worth. You have to just know that you're worthy and prove it to the world, right? Because actions speak louder than words. That's what I have for you. That's what the guides said they're done. Very so good. It's up to Heather now.
Alrighty, and Allison from Aries Girl Tarot joined us. So,
hi,
hello,
Allison.
my dear. So, Coyote, for what will be revealed to you this year as you're working and stepping out of that worldview? I got the Queen of Swords. And this is a magnificent card in this deck. This is one of my favorite cards. I love the white ravens. I love the butterfly on her, where her third eye is, her higher chakras. And this is about you becoming more focused. You speak, you learn how to speak more from your heart. Because queens are in their own right, they're nurturing. This queen here is knowing how to connect with what she feels in her heart, but she also connects it with her head. It's a balanced communication. And sometimes a queen can be a little bit sharp, can be a little bit, to the point, but it's not necessarily done out of malice. I'm not seeing the cards here for that, but it's just becoming very focused on a new way of thinking, of analyzing, of looking at the world in a different way. I did get the Eight of Pentacles. So you're going to be working on something new. This might be your new perspective. This might be a new idea, a project, or a plan moving into the year, where this will allow you to, and this could very well be okay, because I remember what Jonathan said about working and helping people in food pantries, or helping or seeing how people are that may not be as well off as we are. For me, this feels like you might be working on ways of helping people, maybe finding some ways of how can I lend my time, whether it's through volunteering, just giving a smile to somebody. You just feel very compelled, like you're working towards some way of how can I make a difference in the world the way it is right now. Because sometimes we get overwhelmed with everything that's going on. It's like we start small. We start with ourselves, and then we move out into our communities and we work from there. And the bottom of the deck was the High Priestess. So intuitively, you're going to know what you're going to be doing moving forward. You have the knowledge. Something is going to be revealed to you. Um, but that beautiful analyzing, using your thoughts, knowing how to write plans out, knowing how to see how things are. I'm trying like an outline. It's like there's your sheet. Okay, I need to do this. I need to do that. I can contact this person. You see things clearly. Things will become more clearly the more you work on it and the more you tap into that intuition. And then that's where I'll end. So I hope that resonated, Coyote. And hello, Marby. Good to see you, my dear. Let's see, Heather, is that card from the Mystical Palette? Yes, it's the muted. All of them are. So, yeah, isn't this the most beautiful queen? And again, too, like the butterfly transformation, your third eye, it connects again to Coyote with the High Priestess, with your wisdom, your intuition, connecting with the source, your guides. They will there's that book. The book will open, you will be guided, you will know exactly how can I make this difference in the world, maybe within my own world. What do I need to work on? And yeah, for a lot of people, I know there's like a lot of fear going on about the way the world is, and even in some circles about the energy. But 2024 is going to be a really, I think, profound year for a lot of us. It's going to open doors. It's going to force us to close doors, force us to have more, maybe a couple more tower moments, but it'll be the kind where we can actually restructure, rebuild. And for me, it's hope. That's what I've been holding on to, for this year. That's
Yes, Coyote, getting out of your house and seeing the nature that surrounds you is
beautiful.
Yeah. Thing. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Working on that, using your intuition. I love the arc, what Jonathan pulled, going out into nature, sitting by the water. Somebody walks by, they're walking their dog, they smile, you smile, hi. Little things like that can really make a big difference in somebody's life.
Oh, God.
Oh, Kitty! I'm surprised the other one hasn't been in here yet. Oh, the tail.
Oh, put your butt out of my face.
At least he's not rude and does what my cat does.
I'm almost. He just wants attention.
Coyote was the word of the year is explore. Wow, very cool. For me, my word of the year is authenticity. Just trying to be as authentic as possible and know who I am.
Here's Maul, our little blind.
Hi, Maul. Hello, beautiful.
I swear this cat has used up like 18 lives.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
We got him because he was a patient of my husband's, and then he disappeared on us for 3 months. And when we got back, he had to be like hospitalized for a couple of weeks to make sure he didn't die. And then,
but everyone, yep, like with mine, so pretty. Allison, love the cat butt. What a sweetie. Yep. So yeah, mine might get jealous and come in. I don't know. So next up is Jane the Seeker, and I will be taking the first question. Jane, what do you need to release this winter?
Mom, what are you doing?
I'm going to go to my Star Tarot.
That's funny. I went to the Soul Sparkle. Mom, no, I can't come up here. I know, baby. I'm working.
Yeah, I'm really amazed that my other one hasn't come in here yet.
Jane the Bossy.
Yeah. Oh, I don't believe this, Jonathan. Guess what card came up?
What's Isis? Oh, Hermit. Oh my God.
Okay. Ooh, Jane. Okay. Bottom card. Keep pulling. Okay. Okay. So, Jane, I got 6 cards. 3 on the top, 3 on the bottom that want to come out. Okay, so this year, the Hermit. Going within. Really taking time this year, my dear, to go in, reflect. I know things with health, with your channel, other things that a lot of us, we all have personal lives that people don't know what some of the struggles that we go through and other things that we don't necessarily share. This is like standing like it's kind of like a fool. You're standing on the precipice. It's not, but you don't need to take a leap of faith. You already have that faith. You're just looking at the lantern to say, okay, now that inner light, where do I go? Guide me. I have to trust in that inner light of myself. I got the Six of Swords. It will be moving you forward. You went through last year, moving through a lot of things. Um, a lot of us have. And I know you've shared some really deep things with people on your channel about your health, um, with what you went through with your husband last year. You have really made the travel, but with this too, with it going across the waters, and I feel like you're listening more to your dreams. You're tapping into deeper realms. You're and it's more of a feeling, not necessarily a scene. It's like a deep, like a vibration, a frequency that you're feeling, kind of like a whale song. You're breaking through the thoughts and you're hearing more of the vibration of these sounds, of these resonations that you're feeling. I got the Eight of Pentacles again too, also for you during through these different moon cycles. We are coming up on the full moon again to show the light, to guide the way. Um, Also feels very much Wheel of Fortune as well, working around the year, each month, taking everything that you have learned, the pain, the joys, and you're being at the top now to show them to the light. Okay, what do I need to now to shed to move forward? There is a decision, that's something with a decision that's going to have to be made. And again, there's the reflection there down on the bottom. You have the crows, the birds, the messengers. A message is coming to you to help you make that choice, that decision. And I also got the bottom. I got the High Priestess again,
I
the
love
web.
that priestess.
And yeah, isn't she cool? And so it's like with the lantern, with the hermit, and with the, I'm getting called back to the Eight of Pentacles. Taking everything that you have been through, looking at it through the light, like a prism, like a ray, and seeing how it all reflects and how everything just all connects on the web. And then the last card, Jane, how beautiful, the Lover's card. Things are coming
Um,
together. This could very well be with you and your hubby, but for me, I feel like this is that spiritual connection, like the meeting of yourself coming together and building that strength again, you know, um, letting go of any past fears or hurts and embracing that beautiful relationship within yourself, with others, with your husband, your friend. It just feels very all encompassing. And that's just a really beautiful card to end with. So I hope that helped you, my dear. You know,
I love
love
that.
the deposit.
Because first card I got here was the Queen of Wands. So I feel like it's time, Jane, to really embrace your passions, embrace those things that really make life worth living, embrace your spirituality, embrace the workings that you've been wanting to do. Right? And funny enough, you ended with the Lovers because my second card here is the Two of Cups. So it's time to start using that passion to connect with others. It could be your husband, it could just be your friends, but it's time to really mingle that fire and water, right? And there's the caduceus with the lion head, so it's time to heal, right? And healing comes from that connection with others. Right? That, as you can see, there's almost where the cups are touching, it almost makes the landscape, right? So those
Yeah.
connections sometimes are eternal connections.
It's beautiful.
And then I grabbed this other oracle because the guides insisted, Jane. So I pulled the Divine Masters Oracle by Kyle Gray, and we got Sanat Kumara Open Channel, right? So we know that you're an amazing channel. Signs, codes, downloads, and sacred information are going to be coming to you right now. Okay. And the other one that came out, we have the Lemurians. So your clairvoyance has been activated, psychic awareness, sensitivity, trust your intuition. So with these two together, especially with the Queen of Wands and Two of Cups here, I feel like it's time for you to really start upping the spiritual side of things. It's time to give those readings you've been wanting to read, those clairvoyant channel readings. And, you know, I don't know if you work with the star people, but the Lemurians have been here for millennia, right? So, Twisted Sushi, this is the Divine Masters Oracle.
And Jane said, my connection to her guides. She says, yes. And I had something on here. I said that all morning long. Spot on, Jonathan.
Right.
And Beth, I was going to say the same thing. I love that the cards were like a moon and a sun. One was a beautiful silver gray, and then the other one was the divine feminine, masculine, the yin and yang, the beautiful. Yep.
Finding that inner balance, right? So that you can bring those passions out. And really, I don't know, I feel like it's time for you to really put that crown on your head and start nurturing these kind of connections that, you know, everyone has.
And I got that Lovers card too. It's perfect. It just all comes together.
All right, hold up that Lovers again.
Hold up that Lovers.
Look at how similar those images are. Right?
Yeah. And I love that this one has an angel, because we all know that Jane loves her angels.
Right. Well, this one has angel wings on it. So angels aren't always people.
For sure. Right. Beautiful.
Amazing.
And Jonathan, we had a request if we could add one more person to the list after Nancy. Do you have enough time?
Yeah, I should have enough time.
Okay. So Amanda, you'll be the last read. You'll be after Nancy. And Jane says, all very lovely. Thank you so much, Heather and Jonathan. You're welcome, Jane. You give me so many readings. I hope I can give you a good one too. So
and she says that she does work with the star people. She calls them beings of light. Yeah.
I do. I call them the beings of light. All righty, Nancy. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Who am I?
I'm the first position. I think.
Oh, these are fun to do, but then after a while it gets confusing. So
you're like, wait, which one am I? I've done so many in a row. Yeah.
I will be what Nancy will be experiencing in the new year.
Bye, Beth.
Bye, Beth. Thanks for being here. Beth, you got to join us one of these days and come do a live with us.
I know,
very intuitive insight. Yes.
Okay. So, what is she shedding? Interesting. Okay.
Ooh. Gee, let me go. Ooh, ah.
Ooh, interesting. Oh. Okay. So, Nancy, what you should shed. Funny enough, this came out reversed. I wasn't going to read it reversed, but I was told, no, it's supposed to be reversed. And it's talking about shedding the stagnation that you've been dealing with. It's time to flip this wands back over, find your passion again, right? I feel like it's been stymied for a long time. The next sword I pull, which is the reason why I'm thinking that here, is the Seven of Swords. A lot of your thoughts have been buried, right? Are you still burying them, throwing them into that lake or that pond so they supposedly disappear? They're not going to disappear. They're just going to, I don't know, I feel like they're going to just fester until they explode. And this is calling you to reconnect with that root of who you are, those divine callings, right? So like the horns, and they look very similar to the emanations coming out of the end of the wand, right? So don't let stagnation keep you from moving forward. Okay, because the only way forward sometimes is to take that first step, even though it feels like that's the hardest thing in the world to do. Right. And if you are feeling kind of stuck, this angel came out, Shamuel, whose color is light green. And if you call on him, he helps bring happiness, vibrancy, energy, and hope for those times where you're just feeling this crazy stuck energy and not able to move forward. Okay. So I would suggest you start wearing some light green, bring some light green into your space just to help revitalize, right, and make things start growing again. So that's what I have for you.
And so does your rooster. We can hear him adding his comments into. I love that. So Nancy, let's see, what did she? Oh, Jane. Jane was saying she loves the moon between his horns. I do too. That's one of my favorite.
It's an amazing Seven of Swords, right?
Mm-hmm. And the higher
stop trying to bury your thoughts. Use them to help ignite the fire again.
Mm-hmm. So Nancy, moving forward, what's coming up that's new? I end up pulling I thought I was only going to pull from the Healing Waters, but then I pulled one from that Path Light, the Healing Light Path. Why can I never remember the name? I don't know. Too many energies. My brain's getting combobulated.
Right.
So I'm just going to start with this one, Nancy. Oh, wait a minute. Really quick. Let me just put this up here. I'm coming out of the fog. Oh, my goodness. Yes.
Yeah, that's what she's shedding, is that feeling of stuckness.
Yep. There's the fog. Thank you, Nancy. Because there's the light, even though the person's back is facing the fog, it's still, for me, it could be coming in and could be coming out. And there's that beautiful light there that's guiding you through that. Yeah, so Nancy, the first card I have is called Let It Go. Release the past. Excuse me. Or maybe I was supposed to say path. Maybe there was a path that you were thinking of taking or you had taken last year that no longer serves you. So release the path, but also release the past. There's forgiveness, soften, and moving forward. And I love that you're starting to do that with me on my channel on Mondays. I absolutely love reading with Nancy now on Mondays. She has such a beautiful energy in her. I feel safe with Nancy.
Right.
And I appreciate that so much. And Nancy also got the Healing Lagoon. Rejuvenate, recovery, time to heal. It's safe to stop. Somebody in our readings last night got this too. But when it says it's safe to stop, I think it means it's safe to, not stop grieving, but to stop maybe being afraid or withholding anything that you feel of your beautiful light with others. And it could go much deeper than that. You will know what that is. But, moving forward, taking time to rejuvenate yourself. I mean, look at that beautiful video she did. She did her room up with her beautiful cards and her lights and her crystals, just statues, just really beautiful. So you're already doing that. You're healing. You're going through the process. You are delighting. She was showing me how she wore sparkly, eyeshadow, just everything just to play and feel pretty and to have fun again and get into life. I love it, Nancy. And going through the year, I got Metamorphosis as the last card. And you're embracing transformation and things are now different. But they're going to be different in a new, beautiful way because of this new, beautiful light and path that you're following. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope that helps, sweetheart.
Sending you love, Nancy.
Yes. Much love, Nancy. And so our last read, Amanda. And so I will be doing what needs to be shed.
Yes.
Oh, she said, okay. Heather, such an inspirational message. I'm moving forward with peace. And thank you both. You're welcome, Nancy.
So welcome.
We love you so much, sweetheart. So So Amanda, twisted sushi. So what do you need to shed? Okay, where am I going? Cards, where am I going?
Yeah, I just had to pause for a moment. I'm like, wait, what am I grabbing? And I'm like, me.
I love the Star Tarot, but Jonathan, the cards are long.
It's hard to shuffle them.
They get a little bent, and so when you're trying to shuffle.
Oh, I know. Mine are starting to get that bend too. Because I riffle shuffle, and it's hard to shuffle these.
So what needs to be shed? Okay. So Amanda, I'm going to go with the bottom card first. What needs to be shed is all this pain that you have been holding on to, that you feel are in you. It's time to, as I'm saying, removing all those swords, all those things that hurt you, whether self-induced, by others, the world, what all these things that you feel like you have. Typically it shows somebody on their laying on the ground. The only way is to go up, but with this one here, it's showing that the Ten of Swords is about a cycle of completion, and the energy is coming back into your hands. You're coming alive again. It's like removing those swords, allowing your heart to still be open, and you still have that beautiful rainbow. So it's shedding that pain, removing those swords. Those are not yours. You do not need to carry them. You do not need to keep them. Let your heart, open your heart. And I love how the star goes in the heart, because the heart and the star is all about hope. Following your dreams. Everything is within ourselves. Now on the top, I did get 4 swords, so there is rest involved, but with the rest comes it's the grounding in nature, getting into nature, getting grounded. That's where you feel the most healed. You feel the most rejuvenated. You feel the most understood. That's an interesting word to come in. And of course, the salmon is all about wisdom. So when you go within this winter, and you're dreaming of summer, you're dreaming of the woods, you're dreaming of being able to go back out, but you can dream it as well. You can go within your dreams. I don't know if you can astral travel, but still connecting with nature. And I love the bears of hibernating, the motherly energy, dreaming with the bears, dreaming with the great mother earth. The 3 of Wands, and my cards kind of go into what's coming forward, into what Jonathan's going to be reading, but I did get the 3 of Wands, bright new ideas, new energy, new beginnings, leaving those swords behind, dreaming and hibernating, with the great mothers, the bears, and the sun, allowing that sun to shine, to grow you, to blossom you, taking that sun and just letting it just obliterate all that negativity, and allow that beautiful butterfly of self-transformation to come through. And that's what I have. And let's see what Jonathan has to continue carrying you through the year.
Well, continuing where you left off, I ended up with the Prince of Swords here. So the Prince is the equivalent of the page. Right? So this is you learning about those swords and learning how to wield your own, right? And not just that, but you were talking about astral projection, and I totally saw this as you soaring through the sky. Here we have the directional shield. So you're protected. You got the butterflies, just like in the 3 of Wands here, protecting your back, and you are learning to soar, right? You take those swords and you soar with them instead of letting them injure you anymore, right? And by doing that, you learn to embrace your own inner happiness, right? And everything is well for you, right? You are surrounded by this rainbow shield that keeps you protected. And by doing that, you end up being really in tune with your intuition. And this is how you get in tune with your intuition, is by being totally at ease with self, at ease with happiness, not letting other people's thoughts wound you anymore, right? And I went back to the Divine Masters Oracle because they were calling to me, and I got 2 here, which actually ends up being 3 divine beings here. We've got Lakshmi and Ganesha and Ma'at, right? So they are telling you that by changing this whole thing, this whole reaction to the swords, your whole relationship with the swords, you are changing things, right? Lakshmi and Ganesha are the prosperity vibration. They help you attract health, wealth, and happiness, right? The happiness that you're looking for, right? And Ma'at, you call to Ma'at for divine intervention, okay? So you weigh your options and then choose the highest good. Okay? And by learning to fly, you are choosing the highest good instead of letting those swords wound you anymore. Turn them into your power.
Fly, though I ain't got wings. Everyone remember that Tom Petty song?
Vaguely. Yeah. I do remember it now. In a while.
I ain't got wings.
I used to listen to it all the time.
Yeah. I was thinking of Pink Floyd's Learning to Fly too, but that Tom Petty one came in, and just was just very light and bubbly and airy and beautiful reads. Jonathan, thank you. Linda Sandoval joined us. But what's really cool, Jim, is that Amanda said bears have been all over my last stream. Every tree had bears camouflaged in them.
That's cool.
So that was cool. And she said, wow, to your reading. Love that song. Cool. And thank you so much. You're welcome.
Well, of course, thank you. And thank you, Heather, for inviting me.
Oh, thank you, Jonathan, for coming and reading with me. Is there anything else that you want to share with your channel that's coming up, or?
I am going to have Betsy Palmer, medium Betsy Palmer, and Hershey joining me.
Yes.
And so Betsy and Hershey are going to join me on Saturday the 10th, and we are going to be doing some Chinese New Year readings.
Oh, very cool. Very, very cool. Yes, I adore Betsy. I still have to reach out to her.
Getting ready for that Year of the Wood Dragon.
Wood Dragon? Okay. See, I don't know what mine is, but...
that's what's coming, is the Year of the Wood Dragon.
Oh, this is so everybody's going to be wood. Okay. Gotcha.
Everyone born is going to have the Year of the Wood Dragon as one of their 4 pillars. We could go into it again, but I have a expose on my channel.
Okay.
I think I'm going to bring it and put it in the comments down below after.
You are dragon energy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's so it talks about Chinese astrology. We only know about year. That's only one out of the 4 pillars of destiny, is what they call it. Okay. And so it's about the year, the month, the day, and the hour. And by knowing those 4 element and animal combinations, you know what's ahead and what's like where you come from, and right. So depending on,
very cool.
So the thing that we think of is like, well, what year were you born? Well, that's just for the people who are born in that year, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's everyone born in that year, but that's not your personal sign. Your personal sign is the day sign, the day you were born. So even though I was born,
I think I was a dog.
Year of the wood rabbit, my day sign is fire dragon. And all my life, people were like, how can you be a rabbit? You act like a dragon. I'm like, And then I go and deep dive into Chinese astrology and find out that actually my day sign is fire dragon, which I've always been accused of being.
So they would go by, like, mine is the 6th of December. So I would find out what dragon it was that day for the 6th of that year.
Well, so no, so each year, month, day, an hour, it's 2 cycles that are kind of constantly cycling. So you're never going to have someone who's got the same thing. And the 2 cycles are, it's 10, right, for the 5 elements, the yin version and the yang version of the element. So that's one wheel, right?
Mhm.
And then the other wheel is the 12 animals. And so the 2 wheels going together is the flow of time. And so it takes many, many years before the same like hour, like element and animal mixes together.
And you explain this on your channel. If anybody would like to
Betsy and I had an hour-long conversation about what this is, and even with the hour-long conversation, it was really like we barely scratched the surface.
His link is in the description below if you want to go and find out and get a little bit more information. And Amanda said that she's a wooden horse and her baby's going to be a wood dragon.
Wood dragon, cool. Nice.
Yep. And thank you, Nancy. I don't know if you saw this. This has been a great.
Oh yes, thank you, Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. And so yes, we're going to do it more. Not every year and a half.
I know, right?
Often.
A little more.
Like I said, last year was a lot for a lot of us. You know, we went through a lot of loss, a lot of upheaval, and a lot of, you know, that's why we wanted to do this show today. Jonathan felt this would be a great way to get back into doing the channel, doing the lives. Now that we're into this new year, we could start shedding from last year and start looking forward to the new. And I thought that was perfect. So again, everybody, thank you for joining us. I'll be Wednesday tomorrow with Hershey and Jackie's Crystal Moon. We'll be doing another case. I might do a full moon. I forgot. It was actually this week. I have to get a hold of Ginger Faye, see if she's available still. And then Friday, I have my Friday night show with Allison, Aries Girl Tarot. So everybody have a great rest of your day. It's starting to snow again a little bit here. And
I won't talk about the temperature.
No, he knows better. But no, I'm Western New York. I'm used to it. So, you know.
Right.
and I do enjoy the snow from time to time because it's a different season. It's a different element. You get to experience, and each element to me has a gift. So for me, you know,
I just have been here too long, and I don't think I can handle seasons anymore.
Seasons anymore. I don't blame you.
Not after living where it's perpetual summer. I mean,
yeah, no kidding.
I mean, we still have seasons because I know right now we have whales in the ocean, which I know is wintertime. So, because we don't have whales in the ocean in summer.
Yeah. And we had that beautiful whales in not Nancy's card, but in Jane's card too. So I would love to see a whale actually one day. So that would be beautiful. All right.
You'll just have to plan on coming to visit. That's all.
Oh, I would love to. I mean, it would be returning to a past life location. It's been one of my dreams is to actually, before we go, I did have a dream about, I would say, a month ago. And I remember just this water. It wasn't a super clear dream, but there was this water and somebody was with me and I could see like these like small little islands out in the water. And I remember looking, going, oh, those must be, you know, the Hawaiian Islands. And the person that was with me, either mentally or it was, you know, the information was sent to me as a know-how was, yes, but not the names that you know them by. And they said that, and of course, when I woke up, I couldn't remember the names, but they said the names out loud and said those were just the names that they used to be, but you know, they're different now. And I remember waking up going, oh my God. So yes, one of these days I have got to get to Hawaii.
Well, remember when we pulled the Lemurians for Jane? Mm-hmm. I've talked to Hawaiians and they say that the Hawaiian Islands are what's left of Lemuria.
Mm-hmm. I've always felt that. I always believed it. And so, yeah, I have to come by and give my, do my, my offering to Pele too. So most definitely. Okay, everybody have a great rest of your day. Thank you for hanging out with Jonathan and I. And remember, Jonathan has a sale going on in his Etsy store for his merchandise, his beautiful crystal grid necklaces. Aloha. 30% off in the shop.
Is the
exactly
the coupon word.
All righty.
Moo. Yes, that's another.
Moo. Yes. Mm-hmm. All righty, everybody. Have a good evening. Have a good day.
Bye.
We love you. Bye-bye.
Mwah.